Yeah, so, like, do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think that your participation had any impact, little bug. Yeah, get his ass! Oh, anyway, let me show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. Foreshadowing. This should be fun, Furball. I have the urge to fix all these trees, but I don't have that brush technique yet. Seeds. This is animal food. Still, we could save it to give to animals. Let's use it when we try to approach animals later. Something good might come out of using it. I know gods aren't supposed to use creatures in this manner, but what the heck? Let's make an exception this time. I love that they don't swear. They say what the heck and, you know, all those sorts of things, and yet they have a lady with her entire ass out. Oh, I almost forgot. There was something I wanted to tell you. Whenever you want to check the items you've obtained, open the fan menu. While the fan menu's open, you can check and use the items you have. And there are other things you can do. Now, if anyone can let me know if there's a way to skip this on PC. When I did my test run, I could not for the life of me, no matter how many buttons I pressed, skip the feeding the animal cutscene. It's so long. It's a good chance for me to chat to you guys, I guess, but it just goes forever. Angela says, is it not skippable? I don't know. If anyone can let me know how to skip it on PC, I've tried mashing every button there is. Nothing interesting happens in it. You have not missed out on anything, to be honest with you. Ah, I don't have any more seeds. Hello, Mr. Orange. Great Shiranui. Oh no. Whoa! Hey, don't! Show some respect to your elders. I'm at least 100 years old. I'm not... He's not my elder. Okay. I feel it. I sense it. Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate. Look hard. You see right behind you now. Now this little challenge, I believe you have to beat the enemies in either 12 or 10 seconds. Let's see how many goes it takes me. And I believe it also counts the time that you're in the brush screen. Let's see if I get it first go, or if I have to try again. The fighting went for exactly 9 seconds. I did it! I have chosen the path of Buddha, but in you I sense another power. And I see the path that you have chosen is also a path of truth. Led says that was very clean. Thank you, thank you. It's nearly like I've played this game a lot. But yeah, never done a completionist run, so... So Shintoism and Buddhism often exist side by side. They often, like a Buddhist temple will often have a little Shinto shrine in the corner of it. They don't see them as competing beliefs. I love that I can just pick up a whole dog that's nearly the same size as me. First of all, I'm a wolf, which I guess intimidates it. It doesn't seem intimidated. And second of all, I am a god, which I'm pretty sure this dog at least can sense. Huh? A white wolf? Now that's just plain weird. Sure looks like a weak little bugger. Think you can beat my dog? Hayabusa? Well, listen to this. There's this field my mum attends to, you see. And Hayabusa managed to dig up 9 turnips in a row, even though my mama was chasing him around and trying to slug him. There are actually 10 turnips in that field. Hayabusa is fixing to get all 10. The green little arrow means that he's got more to say. Think you can dig up all the turnips in my mama's field? Don't forget, you have to avoid getting slugged by my mama. I'll admit that you're the better canine if you can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alrighty. Cracking my knuckles, let's attempt this. damn it. Final turnip. Yay, we did it, everyone. I only took 2 goes. That's not too bad. But your advice definitely helped. Thank you, Angela. Crowdsource strats. Exactly. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip. Hayabusa's been looking for it. And that means you must have broken Hayabusa's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Don't ask how the probability works. Obviously, like, he only... You know what? Doesn't matter. Fine. You're the better canine. Anyway, it actually feels kind of good to have a new goal to aim for. And I got some praise. I'll show everyone what we do with praise now. I found it very sad I can't talk to the dog yet. I do think it's very fun that he has a dragonfly on a piece of string he's tormenting. Poor thing. Get some beads. Okay, so this is the fan menu. Also, as you can see, when I've picked up those healing items before, this is where they go. And then major items like the divine instrument I have on my back is here. And this is where I can upgrade those things. So like I said, I had 3 health points earlier, 3 of these, 1 astral pouch, and a maximum amount of coins of yen that I can hold. So I can put praise into these. I won't do that yet because I only have 39 praise. Other things of note is that this explains the different brush powers you have as you collect all 13. And different interesting things you can do with them that you may not know. Now, this is going to be important to us on our journey in particular because I am trying to 100% complete this. So that means I need to find all of the travel guide tips that are hidden in chests around the world. The bestiary should be very easy to complete. We should encounter one of every monster in just over the course of beating the game. The treasure tome. So we just picked this up from a chest. They don't do anything except you can sell them for money. But I'm going to make sure I get those. I want to complete... So the animal tome is interesting. So you don't just find animals. You got to gain friendship with them. So remember I just fed that sparrow a little while back? So as you can see, I have fed 8% of the sparrows in the world, apparently. So we're going to try and 100% this as well. There is also a fishing guide, and then there are the stray beads, which are basically 100 hidden items that serve no purpose other than when you complete the game during the credits. If you got all 99, it gives you the 100th and says, "Good job!" And that's what we're aiming for. Good job! That's the serotonin we need here. So yes, we're going to try and collect all 100 beads. And lastly, there's a cute little map that shows very stylized in Nippon, which is very cool. Got a couple more things to do in the town before we leave. This is Mrs. Orange, Mr. Orange's wife. A white wolf? Now that's a rare sight. Did you come down from the mountains just to play with us? Well, you'd better be careful, dear. Lately, some monsters have been attacking the village. Do you even know who you're talking to, Grandma? This here is Shiranui reborn. The wolf and I have it covered. These monsters are history. Well, if it isn't Isan, and riding on a wolf now, are we? This one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially the nose. Well, I'd better get back to work. Oh, she's singing also when she's cute. Here to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry, but when it was ready to dry, I noticed that my drying pole was gone. Whatever shall I do? Oh, that was bad, apparently. Let's change angles a bit. There you go, lady. I am a benevolent god after all, and I'm really low on power, so I really need people to worship me and give me praise. Definitely doing it because I like helping and not because I need praise. A new drying pole? Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must have answered my prayers. How wonderful. Time to dry the laundry. Now she's got her laundry drying. Well, I'm glad I was able to hang up my laundry, but the sun seems to be so far away these days. Maybe it doesn't like all those monsters lurking about. If only it would shine closer, then my laundry would dry in a second. I can't believe that we are using our holy divine powers to help an old lady do laundry. It seems fitting for the start of an adventure, for sure. My word! The sun has suddenly drawn so close. My laundry will be bone dry in no time. First my pole, and now this? Will the miracles never cease? Maybe I ought to make some cherry cakes to offer to the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. Nobody makes better cherry cakes. They're mouth-watering good. I will take you up on that, old lady. News just in, Sun is a coward. Afraid of monsters? Sorry. Thomas might not know this, but in Japanese mythology, Amaterasu, the character we're playing as, is actually a big scaredy cat, and there's a very long myth, it's one of the most famous ones, actually, that Amaterasu hides in a cave for several days and nights. That changes depending on the telling. But the goddess of the sun hides in a cave which creates an eclipse, and all the other gods have to try and convince her to come out. And the god that manages to convince her to come out is actually the god of music, who makes the first taiko drum. By grabbing a basket and strumming some leather across, and he bangs on it, and they all start dancing and having a festival. And they make her feel left out. They basically use FOMO to get the god of the sun to stop hiding. That's the real myth. Kushi! What a fine-looking wolf. What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Kushi. Working in the fields again, are ya? Isan, are you and the wolf together? Like together to... No. This is where I grow the rice for making my sake, you know. But I have to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susano give me a hand again this year. Oh, listen to me blathering on. I just can't help but chat to you. Why, Amy, I think we found a friend here. You'll meet many people who want to talk to you again like this. You should talk to them 2 or even 3 times. Being a god and all, you can actually tell when to talk to them, because you'll see a triangle above their head. I love the in-world explanations. That means they still have something to say. It might even be valuable information sometimes. They may just be muttering to themselves, but it does pay to listen. Susano's a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but he goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing with it. They say that he's a direct descendant of our legendary hero Nagi. And he loves his sake too. He often pops around here to buy it. Make sure to say hello when you see Susano. He could use a friend, I should think. He's always on his own. Alrighty, well. Oh no, what's this? We can't leave the village. Who the heck put this big rock here? It's blocking the only road out of the village. Doesn't look like you could squeeze through anywhere. Besides, I don't even know if it's safe to leave the village yet. Hello. Heave! Heave! Yosh! Yosh! This is weird. My mind really wants to shift this rock, but my body won't cooperate. It's like I'm made of lead. Could this be a case of demonic possession? I sure hope not. I love that. That's a massive rock. It is a massive rock. I don't actually think that being possessed is the reason you can't move it, my man. I think maybe it's just not really humanly possible. Alrighty, is that all of them? Kabatsu! 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 Does anyone remember that vine? Retasu! 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 Thank you, Angela. Yes, that's exactly the one I'm referring to. I'm really glad chat understands. Well, at least some of chat understands. I got praise! You suddenly started glowing. That means your divine attributions can be enhanced. Well, you sure look excited. I'm very excited, thank you, Isan. I'm not going to spend any just yet because I like to save for the astral pouch first off because having revives is handy. I'd rather have revives than more health, funnily enough. Let's take a stab at enhancing your divine attributes. I don't want to though. No. I bet you're trying to save your praise for next time. Boy, you really like to think ahead, don't you? Well, I suppose that's a valid strategy too. Keep up the good work. I feel as light as a feather now. Sadly, that doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. That's what I'm saying. It's a giant boulder. Who went and blocked the only path out of here anyway? There's no way I can get back to the city now. Say, pup, does your owner live here in the village? You must know that guy Susano. Could you get him to come here? They say that he's a descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. That's strange. This boulder wasn't here before. I mean, the sky also was pitch black before. A lot of things have changed. Oh, sheesh. He's always snoring like a bear. And this is the home of the 2-bit middle-aged warrior Susano. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's really famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy, and he's too off the wall to be a real descendant of a legendary hero. Oh yes, people don't know, Susano has a little shrine here to Kushi, the lady we were just talking to earlier. There's a scroll there that has a poem about sword techniques, but if you cut it like that, there's a little shrine to his crush. Is it just me, or can you hear snoring from underneath this jug? Oh, I love this music. It's so silly. Especially like for the bear that collects round objects. I am the greatest. Oh, Kushi, let's... Dude, really? What the? Huh? Look at that wooden sword. Giant sword, but it's wooden. I feel so rested. I planned to meditate underground, but I fell fast asleep. Huh? Who are you? And what business do you have with Susano, the greatest warrior ever? There's so many parts of his design that confound me. The fact that his eyebrows link into his sideburns, but then he's bald. Truly inspiring character design, honestly. The great warrior, Susano. I remember as a kid, his arms confused me. I used to be like, oh, he has weird tattoos on his arm. I am now certain it's arm hair. Do even the beasts know of my great exploits now? Well, Fido, I'm not looking for apprentices. Go back to the mountains and play with your monkey friends. How dare a mangy mutt like you interrupt my meditation? Get a load of this guy. All brawn and no brains. I love Isan's hat. If anyone's wondering, he is an actual person. He's not a bug. That's a hat he's wearing made out of a bug. because he thought the shell was really shiny and pretty. And he's right, it is very shiny and pretty. Quit messing around and come with us. You snuck in here again? Quit bugging me, you bug. I told you, don't call me a bug. Come on, Amy, we're taking him with us. What do you think you're doing? Put me down this instant. What will the neighbors think? I don't know, man. Your neighbors don't really respect you anyway because you claim to be a famous warrior and all you do is get drunk all day. You mangy mutt! You brought me all the way here just to test yourself against me? Then prepare to taste the wrath of my trusty blade, Tohan Boku! Hold on a minute. You're the legendary Susanoo? Yep, none other than Susanoo, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And by the way, never interrupt warriors engaged in battle. But I've got a favor to ask you. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? What? Valid training technique. Kidnap a drunk guy and fight him. I mean, you're very unlikely to lose if you wake up a drunk person from their hangover nap. I feel like they're unlikely to beat you. Well, unfortunately, he is no drunken Master Zan. Has a reputation for being lazy because he is. He has a reputation for not doing much because he doesn't. Pow! Oh, come on, please. I mean, aren't you Nagi's descendant? Surely one stone's no match for your mighty skills, right? It is certainly not beyond my ability. Oh, really? Great. Okay, then, well, no time like the present. Go for it. Wait. A boulder of this size is not very easy, even for me. So this will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. Man's never plans to return. Look at the speed at which he's running. I wonder. I've never seen that guy train seriously, like, ever. It's no use. I can't even move. I know I told that merchant that I could help, but a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm of a legendary bloodline, that's just too big. Ugh. I can't believe I've run out of sake at a time like this. This won't do what? Just litters? Did you just throw that into the river? My god. Descendant of a great warrior indeed. This won't do one bit. That's it for today. I'll just have to train tomorrow. Hello, Kushi. Oh, hello there. I've got a bit of a problem, you know. I have to polish the rice in the mill house before I can use it. But the mill's broken. A wicked monster broke it the other day. It's hopeless trying to make good sake without clean rice. I should never have let that monster try my new Thunder Brew. A broken mill and flattened crops, that's all the thanks I got. But don't go giving monsters sake! They're bad enough sober! Sheesh, what was she thinking? Anyway, I guess it is a matter of fixing something that's broken. Sounds like something you could handle with your brush, Amy. I noticed that she gives, like, whenever she sees you after the first time, she comes up and gives you a big pat, which is one of the few NPCs that pats you. So in answer to is the dog patable, the answer is yes. I am the dog. Give me head pats. I'm also a god, but... What's this? The mill's been mended. Who on earth did that? I'd completely given up on the idea of making my sake. But now I can get on with polishing the rice. Well, there's no time like the present. I'd better get started. Look at the way she walks. Sigh. You missed the dog was able to do so. Yeah, so this is her in her pure wolf form. Although, as we saw a bit before you joined, the villagers just see her as a plain white wolf. They can't actually see the markings on her or the fire plate. Well, this thing here's for polishing the rice, you see. Oh, I'll tell you what. I've got something I think you'll like. It's just some leftover stock from the store, but I made it myself. It's called the Vista of the Gods. Oh, but are you even old enough to drink, Snowy? I do love that all the different NPCs give you different nicknames, like Snowy, Fluffball, etc. Gotta love my jelly donuts. So let's go give more sake to the lazy arsehole. I don't know how making him more drunk is gonna help, but it'll motivate him at least. Hold it right there, Fido. That smell. Is that Kushi's famous homebrewed sake? For Fido, my friend. Oh, now we're friends. Now we're friends, are we? Ugh. Did you bring some of Kushi's sake? Oh, what a glorious day. Good old sake. A man without a drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. In fact, it is said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake in his battle with the dreaded Orochi. It's also clear now. The training can begin. Your usual routine. I am interested to see this. Let's see what he can do. He can do nothing. Shocking. The drunk man waved a whole sword and didn't even bounce. It didn't even hit the target, let alone cut it. You shall not get off so easy next time, dummy. Who are you calling dummy? Oh, the training dummy. Yes. Let me get mentally prepared here. Alright, here I come. Whenever I do these scenes with Susanoo where you're trying to like, you cut things for him so that he grows confident. Susanoo style, exploding implosion! You can technically cut it anywhere, anyway, but I always try to make sure that I cut it at least in the angle and from the direction that his sword comes from. It's like my... I don't know, I just like to. So that there is some kind of semblance that he actually did it and it didn't just spontaneously combust. Susanoo style, exploding implosion! Don't ask me how cutting the boulder that high up got rid of the lower parts. We're not thinking about that. That's amazing! You sliced that huge rock clean in half. You really are something. Wow, I didn't think you could do it, Pops. Me either. I mean, of course I could. After all, I am Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever. You weren't just showing off when you said you're Nagi's descendant. Someone like you'd have no trouble fighting monsters off, huh? Look at that man's sweat. Well, anyway, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again. Did you say, monsters? Oh, of course, yeah, no problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Yes, I shall rid these lands of their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susanoo work his magic. Think he'll be okay on his own? Considering he has a wooden sword that he doesn't even know how to bonk people with? Now people will expect competence all the time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He shouldn't get all puffed up. He's nothing without us. Think he'll be okay? The monsters outside the village are nasty. Sakuya! Oh god, look at that ass. That's an angle. Ah, glorious Amaterasu. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. I am in awe. When you cleaved the boulder into two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brush is to be witness to great art. Yeah, so, like, do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think that your participation had any impact, little bug. Yeah, get his ass! It's Isan! Isan! Stop calling me a bug! I'll crawl back into your kimono if you say that again. Oh, my word! No, relax, lady. Furball here is more comfy anyway. Let's get back to that reward thing we were talking about. That is a god you're talking to. I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I'm afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Yeah, you can see her trees all bare. Although my body stands firmly here within the confines of the village, my roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They collect the praise and adoration that gives me strength. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish. No! Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Oh man, this is getting heavy. It sure is, Isan. Great and powerful Amaterasu, could I be so bold as to request your assistance in rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse that enslaves them? I shall mark the locations of nearby saplings on your map. Wow, so convenient that there's two right nearby. I have grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I do hope that my request has not fallen on deaf ears. Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. I was listening, I just woke up from a 100-year nap, so I'm just tired. I'm always itching for a good fight, but I sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here till I can get all the brush skills. Anyway, Emmy's a god and all, so like, what could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you even listen to her, Furball? You get the rest of the brush techniques to save the world, and I'll steal and learn them. Yeah, that's the ticket. At any rate, let's start by following those marks on the map. I'm gonna do some shopping. I'm going to sell the random things that don't actually do anything. What I'm gonna do is buy a whole bunch of seed bags. Well, animal food in general. I'm gonna buy a bunch. Is it the optimal strat? I don't know, I just like patting the animals. And it's nearly nighttime. I've been waiting for it to get to nighttime. Because I would like to collect the old lady's cakes. Bread. Let's talk to Miss Orange. Oh, I almost forgot. I promised you some cherry cakes, didn't I? I'll get you some fresh ones in a jiffy. You wait right there. Oh, upsie daisy. What? I forgot that cherry cakes required kung fu? Everybody was kung fu baking. Take these with you, dear. They're best when they're fresh. Oh, they look amazing. Cherry flavored sweet bean cake. I can imagine the smell. Oh. Ah, you're that unruly white wolf. That was quite a toss you gave me. Well, white one, I respect animals and their customs, but anyone who causes trouble in this village will be dealt with harshly. You are a spunky little thing, aren't you? Hello, Mr. Orange. Still full of vim and vigor, I see. Say, aren't you that little troublemaker, Isan? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. No, never mind. I've got better things to do. Oh. Did you notice that the sacred tree up on the hill in the village? She's known as Kono Hana. She's been worshipped as our guardian deity for ages now. But her flowers and fruit withered quite some time ago. What's more, I had a dreadful dream last night. A giant monster appeared and swallowed up the whole village. It wasn't a dream. You were very perceptive, old man. That really happened. Might it be a sign of even worse things to come? I sure would like to see Konohana restored to her former glory. Oh well, troublemakers like you couldn't possibly understand. We're running towards about half an hour more of this stream today, and I'd really like everybody to get to see Hana Valley. Its theme is actually one of my favorite themes in the entire game. This game has award-winning soundtrack. I listen to it a lot. And I really think that y'all will appreciate this place too. At least eventually. Not... When Shinshu Field looks like this, it's not as pretty. Huh? You probably know this already, Amy, but this here is Shinshu Field. The most beautiful field in all of Nippon. Well, at least it's supposed to be. But ever since that incident, I've been getting a bad vibe. A bad vibe is an interesting way to describe what this currently looks like. We better watch where we're going. Look at all these sad trees. Aww. Amy, that's the first guardian sapling on our map. It's supposed to be a place for travelers to rest and recuperate, but just look at it. It looks like it could fall over at any moment. This place is definitely cursed from the looks of it. Places where evil has taken hold, luring monsters from far and wide, are known as cursed zones. But I've never seen one this big. That's what she said. Sorry. It's withered all the plant life in the area, even the big tree. It'd take a monster with powers beyond even a god to do this. Don't say that. That tree's an offshoot of Sakuya. It protects nature in the area. Maybe the natural beauty here would return if we could revive it. Maybe. But how the heck could we do that anyway? Oh, we got a fight here. As you can see, I've used all of my ink, and until it comes back, I'm a normal wolf. Oops. So these like scrolls, the Wandering Demon scrolls, are random enemy encounters. Time to brush off this curse. I wish we could, actually, though. That was a very good pun, but, sadly our adventure will not be quite that easy. Will you look at that, Emmy? This guardian sapling's a wreck. So that's why Sakuya is hurting so bad. I bet that natural beauty would return if you revived the tree. How could you possibly do something like that? You need a special power that makes withered trees bloom. Wow, foreshadowing. Thanks, Isan. Another statue? Has everybody here turned to stone? They must have been struck by some terrible curse. The only way to help them is to get rid of this cursed zone of evil. Just to show everyone what the cursed zone does when we step into it. Oh, holy cow! This is bad. It looked like your regular old curse zone from back there, but the evil here is far worse close up. It would curse a normal person in a flash. I'm afraid it might even rob you of your power. So as you can see, it is draining very quickly my ink and also my health. So I'm going to leave. So we're off to Hana Valley, which is at the moment... I mean, I could run around and explore, but again, I know this game very well, so I know that this is the only area that we can access with the curse zone at the moment. Every other area is blocked. So this is Hana Valley. As many of you probably know, Hana means flower. So it's meant to be a very beautiful place. But it's clearly not right now. This water looks pretty filthy for a start. That looks quite putrid. The trees are all kind of dead. Ooh. I do like the music. Huh? But we got rid of the monsters, so why did the gods' power disappear? I guess the curse on the gods of these lands must be really strong. They can't intervene until we do something about this stagnant air. But yes, one of the big beliefs in Shinto, I'd say the main belief really, in Shintoism is that everything has a spirit, has a soul. Plants do, places do for sure, rivers do, but also like objects can be imbued with a soul. A lot of yokai, the idea of them are they're objects like a broken umbrella or a missing shoe. The idea is that they are objects that people have used and loved in the past, and therefore they've been imbued with a soul, but now they've been discarded, and so they've come back to haunt people. That's why there's a lot of yokai that are like broken umbrellas or lost, discarded trash, basically. Better be careful, Amy. It's alright. It's nearly like I've done this before. Amy, did you just do what I think you did? Did you use Power Slash to hit the tree's fruit back right at it? Now it's wearing a taste of its own medicine? I have never heard that phrase before. Let's pass on by this creepy old tree while we can. Wearing a taste of your own medicine? Oh yes, we get a new enemy type now. So this is the yellow Oni. And they all have different katakana on their face masks. I'm not really sure what that's meant to represent. I mean, I know what it says, but I don't know why it says that. And then cut him in half. Ta-da! Easy. Easy peasy. So you get a score at the end of every fight, which marks you on time and how much damage you did and how much damage you took. So far I don't think I've taken any damage in any fight. But it will not stay that way as we get to harder enemies. What's all that racket? Oh, it's you, Mutt. What are you doing here? Again, the tail wagging. Go home! I already told you I'm not looking for apprentices. Anyway, Hana Valley is no place for a mutt like you. Beyond this point lies my secret training ground. It's the perfect place to hide... I mean to train! Now scoot! Be off with ya. I really like that this pose here is very reminiscent of the opening cutscene where Shiranui is trying to help the villagers and Nagi thinks they're actually a messenger of Orochi and so tries to fight them. Kind of looks very similar to that silhouette. That's strange. I know there's a way through here somewhere. What do you want? I already told you, be off with ya! Wow, I wonder how we could get through. Check out that wall painting. It said that a crystal sphere that makes trees grow is enshrined somewhere around here. That sounds pretty useful for reviving the guardian saplings. Based on this painting here, I'd say the rumor must be true. Yes, because random wall murals mean that it's true. Still, something is not right. Don't you think there's something missing from this painting? Praise the sun! What in heaven's name? How did that happen? Well, now I can go hide. I mean, now I can go train. We believe you, Susano. It's okay. What a strange place. Is this really the secret training ground Susano mentioned? Speaking of which, where did Pops go anyway? The Sacred Tree Cherry Cascade. That's a lovely name. I haven't seen anything even remotely like a sacred tree around here. That's rude. This is clearly the sacred. It's got the whole sacred sash on it and everything. What's up with this tiny sapling? I felt a faint scent like Sakuya's coming from... I don't like to think about how you know what Sakuya smells like. I know you literally slept inside her boobs once, but keep that to yourself, Isan. What now? You foul beast! How did you get in here? Foul beast? I love the bears. Look at this guy. You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you shall get a taste of my new secret technique. Your foul beast looks a lot like an ordinary sleepy bear to me, Pops. Enough talk. My blade thirsts for battle. It's made of wood. Maybe it just thirsts for water. Here goes nothing. Susano style. Susano! Sa! No! Susano! Now for Susano style. Exploding. It's the exploding implosion again. I don't think you know what those words mean. When I was a kid, I remember refusing to do this for a little while because I didn't want to hurt the bear. Because clearly the bear's not dangerous, but thankfully we don't really do any damage to him. That'll teach you, you foolish beast. You're no match for my new secret technique. Silence. Yeah, I can't get over that arm hair. Rest in peace, foul beast. The great warrior Susano condemns the offense, but not the offender. Anyway, there are other monsters I must deal with. What a snore. Makes Susano sound like a kitten's purr. Alrighty. Click. Ooh. Wow. Someone had a lot of time on their hands to think all this all up. So this was the sphere that in that wall painting. I bet the sphere here is magic or something. And I just love people's passion for these things. It's very specific, yeah, and I love how much love people have for these things, you know? Hey, is this the guardian sapling? It's all withered like the others. Ah, but wait, Isan. What the? Who turned out the lights? Oh, it's another constellation, Amy. New power. Boop, boop. We had to draw 2 stars that time. Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please, accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Sakigami, one of the triumvirate of flora gods known as the Hanagami. My brethren and I have been entrusted with the brush techniques known collectively as green sprout. Like I said before, Hana means flower, so Hanagami are flower gods. Saki means to bloom, like the verb to come into bloom. I now grant you my humble power to you. Use it wisely. There you go, that's Saki. Kanji. That was Sakigami, one of the gods of flora. Apparently the bloom brush technique makes flowers blossom simply by drawing a circle on a withered tree. Hey, maybe it'll make the withered guardian saplings blossom too. I don't know, son, maybe. Oh, I love this cutscene. I love all of the revival cutscenes, but this one's... because it's Hana Valley. Look at that. No more putrid water. I feel like this would be such a beautiful place to visit, with that soft breeze blowing through and different coloured flower petals gently drifting in the wind. Wow! Look at how everything grew back so quickly! Sakuya wasn't kidding about the power of the guardian saplings. So this is what Hana Valley is supposed to look like. Seems Sakuya's garden sapling has lifted the evil curse. I'm not sure how weak the gods have become recently, but it must have taken some wickedly strong power to suppress this magnificent guardian sapling. Even if you are Shiranui reborn, we might be up against more than we've bargained for. Hey Emi! What about that withered guardian sapling outside? I bet you could revive it like you did to this one. And by bringing that guardian sapling back to life, we might be able to lift the curse there too. What are we waiting for? Leap before you think, right? The real treasure was the environmental restoration we found along the way. I wish environmental restoration was that easy in real life. But you know. Doesn't mean it's not worth the effort. Just because something's not easy. High Eastern fantasy setting. I love Eastern fantasy. I mean, I love all fantasy, let's be honest. If it reaches Western audiences, it's often very high quality, I guess. I'm currently reading the Avatar The Last Airbender novels, actually, like the Kyoshi books. I'm up to the brand new one about Avatar Roku. They are really well written. Really well written. Get to explore the Avatar world a bit more. Little piggies. That creepy old tree just won't give up. I've got an idea, Amy. Maybe you could hit its fruit right back at it. We literally did that before. And while it's stunned, you could use bloom to rid it of evil. Oh. Now don't think too hard, but that tree that kind of looks like an apple tree just dropped apples, oranges, and peaches for me to eat, so don't think about it. Whoa, Emmy, hold on. Hana Valley looks so much better now, but what about this gloomy patch of grass? You can use the power of bloom to fill it in. Just fill it in with your brush and bloom will take care of it. Ta-da! Green sprout tips. Awesome. I already know how to do that, but thanks. And there was a scroll here too, hey? I mean, this looks like the travel guide. It's an ancient record of pilgrimage across the land. If this were the real thing, it'd be worth a fortune, but with all the copies out there, you probably won't get much for it. At any rate, if you ever want to read it, you can just open the fan menu. It may sound kind of preachy, but it should at least help you in your travels. Yes, I'm a big TTRPG player. That's actually why after this week, my schedule is going to be fortnightly, or bi-weekly if you're American, I guess. I really value my TTRPG groups. I'm currently only a player, actually. I'm not DMing anything at the moment. And it's a wonderful way to make friends and form really strong bonds. I don't know about the rest of you, but I find that even if you start playing and you don't know these people at all, you form very strong bonds with them. Yes, TTRPGs are amazing, and they've really picked up a lot in the past couple of years. It's really easy to find a group, and not just for D&D 5e. I've been playing a bit of Monster of the Week lately, which has been nice. And I've actually, next week, gonna start playing in a Pathfinder 2e game. Got a friend who's also looking into Cyberpunk Red, the old system that got rebooted. There's so many different systems out there, like I said. Oh, look at that rainbow! I don't know that I've ever noticed that in this game. Or it's been a long time since I noticed it. Didn't on the last couple of runs. That's really cute. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just going around and collecting all the things now that we've restored nature to Hana Valley. Digging tips. I always loved these. So this little clover is the logo of Cloverworks, the group that made this game. And so they put it into the game as a little hidden thing. Manga wants to run a one-shot for Cthulhu. Yes. So I'll confess, I'm really not a fan of horror as a genre, in general. Unfortunately, I am a scaredy cat. Manga says they're also a scaredy cat, but they really like monsters and kaiju. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of yokai and like the concepts of the things that people come up with, the myths that people come up with for a variety of reasons, but sometimes just to scare people, to scare children. I'm one of those people that when I hear about a horror movie that everyone really likes, I go and read it on Wikipedia. So I can be like, oh, that's what they're like. Oh, okay, like that. The story sounds pretty cool actually, but I could never sit and watch it. Yeah, you'll get what I mean. That's cool. I got another stray bead! Fantastic. Is that the second one we got, or did we get some more? 2! Okay, well. Wow, I'm missing quite a few in between, but we'll go back for those ones. I suspect I need more brush techniques to get to them. Alrighty, chat. Well, thank you so much. I have been blown away by my first 3 streams, 3 days in a row. Now that I've done my first 3 streams, I'm gonna edit together some content for the YouTube and the YouTube Shorts. So I'd really appreciate if you can go on there, give me a subscribe there as well. I'd appreciate if you could give that some love as well, so the algorithm, it can actually find some other people, but, you know, no pressure or anything. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you have a lovely time. Bye, everyone!